Hello, welcome back.
Why did you yell?
I was excited. Sorry, it starts with a horrible audio. Hey, everyone.
A horrible audio.
Welcome to our A horrible audio. Shh. I'm warming up my vocabulars. Hi, everyone.
Vocabulary?
Welcome.
Oh, it's going really well.
Can I just start the episode?
Why don't you just start?
Episode 22 of Childish Things here at Ghostlight Gamers. This is our big finale of Childish Things. I hope you're excited. If you stumbled onto us and you're like, what's happening? I don't know why this guy's screaming. We are a group
We don't either.
We're a group of artists who love to play role-playing games, and we play this game called Threadbare. It's a Stitch Punk story, and I need water. And somebody else talk.
I need water too.
I just took a drink of Monster Energy drink. I feel like I'm dying.
Cup.
No, I'm fine.
Anyway, but yeah, we have met for the last, we've met for like 22 weeks or something like that. Something like that. And we have made a really, in my opinion, just a special story. So if you're tuning in for the 22nd time, we love you. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope to give you a very fun and deserving finale. I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. This is exciting.
It's going to be a TPK.
So real quick, why don't we go around and say who we are? And my name is Justin. I am your game master, and I will be playing, please God, hopefully not every voice we've ever had on this show.
They're all coming back.
I know. I'm worried about it.
I hope you play that Bill Clinton guy again.
Let's see. Let's see how many NPC voices I remember today.
I'm Kelsey.
Kelsey.
I'm never chosen.
So sorry.
I'm playing Lucinda, who is an empathetic ragdoll with a soft touch but a strong arm. And my character is slightly less courageous this time because she did lose her bandana, which gave her that trait. So go.
My name is Ryan. I play So-So, XOXO. He's a stuffed bear who wears his heart on his sleeve, literally and figuratively. He's nice.
So nice you sew it twice.
Oh, make that a t-shirt no one will buy.
Last episode, we found it.
Yeah. I know. It's so late.
Let's call Charlie Hustle and get a t-shirt made.
Hi, I am Emma. I play Summer, the damaged Debbie doll. Her smile may be cracked, but her mind is intact, which means Summer is kind of her body is kind of all chewed up from different animals, but she is really good at fixing things. She also lost an item of clothing that gave her confidence in her abilities. She lost her doctor's coat, so she no longer has confidence in her ability as a medical professional. She also has a swath of pink hair. One arm is a robot arm now, and one of her legs is made out of magnets. So she's
Side note,
basically a badass.
I'm still going to refer to her as Dr. Summer from now on. I've decided to add that doctor on there because she's deserving of it.
Yeah.
Hey. Earned that.
Also, So-So has a friend named Scrumptious One who is a dog.
Yeah.
Next person.
Might be important.
Yeah, I forgot to fill that in.
Andy.
Hey everyone, my name is Andy. I play Rev, the toy truck, who has a hard body but a soft inside. He's sensitive, but he doesn't show it all the time. He's got a couple adjustments as well. He's a rocket. He's currently a rocket shooting through the sky.
I kind of forgot about that.
He also
Rocket
has
Rev.
Yes. He also has a pipe cleaner for an antenna that likes to dance around sometimes. And instead of just normal headlights, they are currently Christmas lights that randomly flash. He also has a beloved clay dough individual in his life named Olivia, and she likes to live inside of his bed of the truck and maybe his cabin as well.
Whoa.
I'd live inside a Rev's bed too. You know,
You know what I mean?
never even leave. Never leave.
And this is the second part of our little last story arc called Cleanup Time, aka Planes, Trains, and Human Mobiles. I just thought of that. I thought it was very funny. Obviously,
Yeah.
you guys don't share this.
Yeah. Let's roll it over a little
Trains,
bit. Yeah.
and
chew
human
on it.
mobiles.
Let's
Mhm.
just chew on it for a
Human
bit. You know.
mobiles Because of Killroy.
We can
Yeah.
fix that in post. Yeah, that's
Get
great.
it?
Yeah, I think it's
Human
Good
mobiles.
effort. Good effort,
Yeah.
Justin.
there's
No,
those
it's
are
great. We love you.
yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. So here's fun. Here's something fun.
Finally.
Here's fun.
I usually I always do a recap at the top of these things, but today I actively told myself, you know what, Justin, don't do recap, because instead I want you all to recap with me
Oh,
slash
boy.
for me.
From the
And
beginning of
so,
the
uh,
arc.
Let's do a one word story. I'm just kidding.
I was excited.
I haven't even done
Do you
zip
want to
zap
try it?
zop
Let's
yet.
try it. Let's do
I
it.
haven't even done zip zap
No,
zop
hell,
this
let's do it,
morning,
man.
Justin. You want me to do one more story?
Zip.
Yeah, you had your monster. You're fine.
Zip.
Yeah.
Zip. Also, we can't see who we're doing it
I
to.
know, it's great.
We need to say each other's names, so we are like, what's our order on
Put a
Twitch
Z in front of
is-
everyone's name.
It's
The order is-
Ryan, Andy,
Andy.
Emma, Kelsey.
Okay, Ryan, Andy, Emma, Kelsey.
On Twitch?
Fantastic.
Yes.
It's
If
Ryan-
you go left
Ryan,
to right
Kelsey,
and then down
Andy.
and then back. like a
Clockwise.
circle.
You can
Yeah.
go a lot of ways. So
And,
Yeah.
But Justin's in the middle, so should Justin come after Ryan?
Is Justin playing? He says
Are
that
we doing
he
a
wants
one-word
to be
story?
recused from
Oh,
this.
that's
I
right. That's
would
right.
be
Never mind.
entertained.
Okay, let's do
Me
this.
off.
Are we doing
Ryan,
we're
you
doing a
start it
one-word
off.
story?
One
Yeah.
word story of the recap of this whole story.
Wait, who am I before and after? I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Is
Okay.
you and I and Av one that's
One word.
Okay.
That's fine. That's one word.
Four
Ever. That's
Ago.
We
embarked
on
Hey,
journey
that
was
very.
dangerous.
and
we
Met.
Some
frenemies
they
Were.
different.
then
us
And.
They
tried.
to
Hurt.
us.
However,
some
Of.
Them
did
help.
Us.
so
now
We
Are.
oh, it's me again. God damn. So now we are almost
done
but
We.
half
to
defeat
Be.
Killroy.
that's
that.
That was my favorite
good.
thing.
yeah, put that on a t-shirt. Boom. That's my catchphrase.
Bad.
That's my
Nice.
catchphrase.
That whole
that
thing.
on a
Put that on a
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
That's like I play that game with my students all the time. I'm so proud of us.
We were good
That
at
was
it,
great.
except for me that one
I
time.
think it took way too long for me to notice that the order we were going in is the order that we're set up on Zoom as well.
All right.
It's just me, Andy, Emma, Kelsey. It's the same order we were
That's
going.
not my order.
That's not my order at all.
That's
But
not
that's
Wait,
my order.
really? Oh no.
That's
Alyssa
fine. That's-
Lynn! Yes.
That's always how it works.
Elisa says yes, well done. We did a good
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay,
Um,
Elisa. I
We love you.
Oh.
apologize for saying Alyssa probably 48 times.
I think she gets that a lot.
I know, and I hate
Um,
that.
We went to high school together, me and Elisa. We go
Wow.
way back.
Way
Um,
back.
Get those Letterman
That's
jackets
right.
out.
I didn't want to dox
I,
you.
I have mine. Do you want me to grab it?
No, that's
okay.
fine.
Were you both in like a club or a group together?
Like the Shriners.
Were you in the Shriners Club together? Did you wear tiny
Amazing.
hats and drive tiny cars?
Yeah, that's right. That's where we met, was at the Shriners
I
Club.
can picture it now.
You guys were both in the pipes and drums.
We were crammed into one car.
That's so romantic. You were like Olivia and
Yeah,
Rev.
we were in love.
Aw.
Uh-huh. Okay, so
Justin.
that was a great recap. I'll fill in a few more
But
details.
yeah.
Let me throw in a few more details. So
No,
no, we're good. You
it's
think?
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We
Never
know
mind
that everyone has already watched all of
It's
them.
true. It's true. You all know what happened. Okay, well in that case, let me just tell you where you're at now.
hmm
So,
Oh no.
so you
Yeah.
are. What's up? What's
Nothing.
oh no?
Don't even worry about it. I shouldn't.
Did we
have
lose signal?
said- No.
Okay. So you are on the foot of Killroy, this 20-foot tall human puppet thing, and it is marching downtown towards in the direction of you and I and Av, your home. Although you don't necessarily know that's its end goal by any means, but it is heading that direction. It is following a plane, a toy airplane
Okay.
that has Carver. Carver is the marionette puppet who seems to be in charge of this whole shtick, the leader of the collectors. And on each wing, propelling the plane, are 4 cloud spinners that you know
Right.
are his personal bodyguards and whatnot. Meanwhile, in pursuit of that plane, a ways back is Rev with Herbie and Summer and Olivia in his
Bev?
bed, and
And Bev.
and Bev,
The egg
excuse me.
toy in my
and
backpack.
Bev, the egg toy, or the egg pet, I think.
Egg
yeah,
pet.
yeah, something like that. Anyway,
Hey, I don't want to bring a beef to the game, but like Justin,
Let's
are you
do it.
okay
I
with
knew you were.
We
gonna
gotta do it.
this.
Are you okay with Bev in the game, or do you want her to get out because you hate Bev?
I love Bev.
Do you? Would you take
Um,
care of Bev?
Or would you be resentful
Yeah.
and really mean about it? I can't wait till tomorrow when your fucking Tamagotchi arrives. Oh my
Oh,
If it
god.
arrives.
This
If it
reminds me,
arrives.
actually, we didn't do like a show and tell sort of thing, and I don't have anything
Oh.
to show or tell, but
Okay.
I have
I just
lip
wanted to
balm.
do it. I wanted the
I
option.
just wanted to
I
remind
can't
everybody.
Wait.
Fair.
No, I do have a tiny thing to tell.
Okay.
Today's New York Times crossword puzzle, the title of it is Toy Story, and a lot of the different answers are like different classic
Relevant?
toys.
Oh,
Yeah, very relevant
okay.
to today's finale.
Nice.
So
Maybe I'll play
Also,
it.
Right.
I love that we just learned that Andy does the New York Times crossword puzzle.
I got the
Sunday?
app.
New
I
York
did too.
Times
Great.
sponsor,
Brand,
not
and I love
sponsor.
it.
I
I do
avoid
too.
the Sunday one, man. You are
It's
impressive.
taken a while.
It is
I-
hard.
Impressive.
I just try to do it. Look, that I've only gotten that far on it.
Okay,
so
yeah.
it's,
Make sure you subscribe to the New York Times crossword puzzle.
It's
Find it
only
in the App
$25
Store
a
and
year.
Android.
It's so
Sponsor,
good.
not sponsor.
It is such a good deal.
And
do-
I get to read the rest of the New York Times then as well. It's like I'm subscribed.
Really?
I can do like Monday through Wednesday, and then I get really, and then it's hard. And
You
then
just subscribe to the
Shut
crossword
up.
puzzle and then you just like sneak into the actual newspaper.
Yes.
I had no idea that was possible. I am throwing my money away.
It's the back doorway in.
It is.
Yes.
And I
Who
didn't
doesn't
even
love
know
a
it
back
existed.
doorway?
Now I just like I can read all the New York Times stuff now too.
You just
Wow.
it's like you show your card and yours says like crossword only and you just put your finger over the crossword only and so they let you
Yeah.
out.
It's like I'm supposed to be here. Thank you.
Here I am.
Yep.
So,
Flash-
Sorry for interrupting.
That plane, your Rev is flying through the air like Buzz Lightyear and heading towards the scene. Meanwhile, Lucinda and an army of refugee
is
socks
my
and
favorite.
softies are leading the charge with her 2 Blocko boys, Phil and Chuck, a reformed Chuck and a reformed Phil, actually. And she is actively driving the train through.
Whether she likes it or
Whether
not.
she likes it or not, she's now doing it. Damn it! And she is heading for the scene as well.
Yes.
So, when we last left off, we ended with, technically speaking, I think we ended with Lucinda. No, we ended. Well, I don't remember. Let's just start with Soso. Soso, you. Oh, that's right. We ended with Soso seeing the plane, or we're seeing Rev in the air and the train heading toward him. Scrumptious One is kind of, trying to keep up, and every now and then he'll like do a lap or do a circle. He's still looking for something that you asked for. In fact, why don't you go ahead and roll for Scrumptious One for me? So roll a find something.
Okay. What is that?
Plus scrounge.
Excuse me.
Emma, that was the cutest voice.
9.
9. Great. So pick one.
Okay.
It is exactly what you were looking for, aka a metal straw.
Uh-huh.
It isn't dangerous, or nobody else wants it.
If I remember from last time, does Soso know that a metal straw will get the job done?
Yeah.
Alright.
It'll definitely jam the gears and stop.
Then I want it to be exactly what I wanted.
Okay, great. So you see up ahead, as you're kind of like looking around, you see an antenna sticking out of an old car, an old automobile. But it's the perfect size, it's the perfect everything, and you point at it, and Scrumptious One,
Yeah, and I go,
and just
Yep,
rushes
yep.
towards it. And he rushes towards it, and starts to he gets almost there, and at that point an old enemy returns. What? The raccoon.
oh no.
And somebody else had to want it, and it had to be dangerous. The raccoon pops out of the hood of this car.
What the hell's a raccoon gonna do with an antenna?
Clean its
Eat it.
teeth.
It's just it's a hoarder.
They like shiny things. It
And
actually
Scrumptious
checks
One,
out.
there's a little standoff happening there, so it's gonna take a little time. We'll see what happens with Scrumptious One.
How much closer is Killroy to a place where it could hurt a bunch of people?
You are up ahead on the left. Excuse me. Is the penthouse where the Collectors Club is at the top of.
Okay.
So you still see like some smoke coming out from the top of that. But you do recognize this area. That's why the raccoon is nearby, because this is where you first met the raccoon, basically.
Can I?
So
I want
to answer your question, there's not too many people nearby necessarily, but he's getting closer to a place.
Cool. I want to shout up to Killroy, to the face of this Killroy monster, and say, Hi! Hi! I'm on your foot! Hi!
Could you guys imagine, like,
Hearing
something
that.
on your own foot? Just like, what the hell?
I want to see if it responds.
Okay, yeah. Why not? I think it does. I think it looks down at you and like,
Can I use my friendship move once per session? Put someone else's needs before your own. They tell you how they are weak, afraid, or vulnerable, and you tell them a secret of your own. You also may create a tie with them. This is what Soso does. It's his MO.
I know. Technically speaking, you can't use friendship moves on hostile or non-thinking characters, and this is a non-thinking character.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's established
Oh.
now.
It's established.
So
It doesn't have a mind of its own.
okay, it's alive, but it doesn't have a mind of its own. That's good to know.
And you figure that out, so because you try to become friends with this thing, and everybody is friends with
Yeah,
you.
everybody's friends with me.
But you're friends with a freaking crocodile or alligator or whatever.
Is Soso a
But
narcissist where
this
he's like, well, the only
thing
reason
just
why
looks
this thing
down.
isn't my friend is because it doesn't have a mind of its own?
but so you know what that means? That means that Killroy doesn't have any friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it also means it doesn't recognize that it has no friends.
Oh.
All right, so
But-
I just
anyway.
We should teach it how lonely it is.
I
Yes.
watched the struggle of Scrumptious One and the raccoon.
Okay. It's a ferocious fight. We'll get back to it in a second. Meanwhile, Lucinda, you are on a train I need you to roll me just some roll to see how well your driving goes. I think it's an act under pressure, but unless you have an argument for something different.
No, I'm fine with that. What's act under pressure?
Plus scuffle.
I think scuffle's 1 for me, right? Too many windows, too many windows. Okay. Well, bad news, it's -1.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
5.
Rats.
5.
Told you I didn't want to drive.
I know, that's okay. All that means is that it's going roughly. So Lucinda's never driven before, and Tommy's trying to help, but you're just gonna.
It's literally me playing any video game.
Yes, I can attest. Yes.
Oh, that's so
Ah.
good.
Ah.
So after a moment, Maddie makes her way up to the front towards you, and you remember Maddie is like the conductor of the train, and she's like, "Hey, I can't help but notice that perhaps."
Yeah, it'd be great if you could jump in.
I can help. Here we go. And she's like, "Hey, Tommy. Hello, Maddie. Good to see you again." "Yeah, good to see you too. How you been?" "Well,
Can we
I was
drive and
deactivated
talk?
for... Oh, yep, let's go. And so, with Maddie helping out, you start to kind of get going. It's just going to take a little longer for you to get there is all.
Okay.
But Phil looks up to you, Lucinda, both metaphorically and also literally, and he says, "Hey, boss, you did way better than I could have done."
Thank you. That's very nice. Everybody has different skills.
That's true. Like, I used to be really good at murdering.
Murdering and controlling others.
Yeah, just being an all-around, papoose. What's a papoose?
Like a baby that's on a back frame so that a woman can carry it while she's doing other work.
Yeah, that's me. I was just
A very
leeching
helpful
off
device.
the man. I was just hanging on to the backs of my culture and my society.
what
I wasn't
I'm
really
hearing?
actively.
It sounds
Please
like
tell
what
me.
you were doing was that you were a part of a system that was already happening, and you had no control over
Mhm.
your place there. But now you do.
Exactly. You get me, boss. You get me.
Okay.
And then Chuck says, and this is all while you're driving and everything. Chuck says, "Yeah, and I was a part of that system. Just another cog in the machine. Thought I was top dog. Little did I know, I was just a pup."
Yeah, a lot of metaphors, and all of them apply.
All right. Well, I feel better knowing I've had some bit of a story arc in this episode. Continue. And
Now
then,
you'll never see me again.
Bye-bye.
Man, that's the first time we've broken the fourth wall in this game. Man, 22
The
episodes
first
in, huh?
time.
Only took 22
Better
eps.
late than never.
And so, Rev, we go to you
What's up?
in the sky.
Yeah.
And you're,
Do I have a
flying.
propeller or a rocket? What's
Well,
the
we
situation?
established-
Okay, so it's
Right.
okay. What I found was a handheld fan
Mhm.
and some rubber bands and a soda can of unopened soda. And so the fan is propelling us, and the soda is for if you need one boost to like if you're in the air and you're trying so what you only get the one, and then it like detaches like a rocket ship.
Hand fan, rubber band, soda can.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nailed
The
it,
opening
yeah.
to Fairly Odd
So
Parents.
you're. Okay. It's like that's pretty good. So you're flying towards the scene. Are you heading for the plane? Are you heading for Killroy? What are you doing?
The goal, I think, has been to intercept the plane because we know that is where Killroy is being controlled from. So if we
Yeah.
can disrupt that, we should be able to stop the giant mech man.
If there's any way you can get me to Carver, I want to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I don't know if we're in a good spot to have a conversation. I don't really have hover abilities or anything.
I can jump off, and by conversation,
Oof.
what I really meant is I want to confront him about his bad behavior.
Yeah.
Summer, it's me, Olivia, down here.
Oh, I know. Hi.
Hello. Do you have you heard of a thing called a parachute?
Oh, you know.
Because I was thinking, I could be one. But yeah, I dropped her voice a little bit, didn't I?
Oh, sorry, Olivia. I was
baroness.
stepping on her a little bit. I'm sorry. I'll move my foot. Oh yes, Olivia, that would be wonderful if you could help me parachute down. Then we can confront Carver together. If that's okay with Rev too.
Rev,
Oof.
my love, do I have
Yes.
permission to do a dangerous act?
Now
I
listen,
need
you
your
don't need.
permission.
No, you don't. You don't need my permission to do anything. But I do think
You're
that
right.
we should have a conversation about.
We should.
This.
It's life-threatening, like this whole situation is.
We did talk about maybe we're just like blasting through the sky while this whole conversation is
Yeah.
taking place.
Yes.
We did talk about, not wanting to be separated anymore because of how difficult that was very recently.
I remember.
But it also feels like this is a time where drastic measures need to be taken in order to protect the people that we care about. And so we might need to go through a little bit of discomfort and have that be the situation if we want to be able to fix this problem.
Agreed.
So you don't need my permission, but do what you want with helping Summer.
I will. And I thank you for your candid response.
This is really I love
I'm
you.
learning. I'm learning etiquette.
You have something in your throat.
Yes, it's love. I love you too.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
And Herbie like wipes a tear from his little button eye. I miss Maddie. Let's get through this. Okay. Rev, I think if you pull up above the plane, and then Summer can drop down, I'll stick with you.
All right. So I guess tilt. I tilt back a little bit to get some lift.
Cool. As it's known. Tilt back to get some lift. All right, so you gain altitude.
Yes.
And start soaring above. You're not quite there yet, but you're gaining on Carver. Okay, so you see Rev up ahead, up above you. As you look up towards Killroy's face, it seems to it looks down at you, and then it starts kind of like trying to shake you off its foot. So I need you to roll me like an act under pressure or a push and pull to hold on.
Are those both going to be strong arms, or one strong arm and one scuffle?
That's correct.
Which one is strong arm?
The second thing.
Great, I'll do that.
The strong arm is the push and pull.
That's going to be a 7.
7. So you hold on, but you're gonna either take damage to a part, drop something that you're carrying, or get lost and separated from the rest of the players. Which
I
you
will
already
drop
are.
Your favorite
Yeah.
thing.
I will drop my plastic fork. I have
Damn
one
it.
thing, and it's a plastic fork.
Yeah, I gave him. Remember, there was a whole argument last session.
So I'm gonna drop it if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, you're holding on.
Darn it, that would have come in handy.
And then I go,
And it
no, my most prized possession.
At which point, Scrumptious One catches up to you, and in his mouth is hanging out an antenna, and he's got a big scratch across his face from the raccoon. But he's determined to get you this antenna, and he pulls it up right next to you, and you reach out and grab it from him, and you have the antenna.
And I say, "Good job. Stay away from that raccoon. He's probably going through some personal issues, and it's not about you. It's more about him." Great.
Oh no, we'll need to get him. Make sure he doesn't get rabies. We'll need to get him taken to the vet.
Would So know that he could get rabies? Is that within the
So you
range?
have
Valid.
It's just a
Old
flashback.
Yeller! Old Yeller!
It's so sitting at a just sitting. It's just there's no context. It's just there's a pamphlet about rabies sitting in front of you.
I thought it'd just be them. The family I lived with was watching Old Yeller.
Sure, that too.
And there's a pamphlet.
So is the raccoon gone? Like Scrumptious?
Yeah, the raccoon seems. This raccoon seems. Yeah, it does. It seems fine. It's on
Okay.
its own thing.
Can I want to
It's on its own path.
since Scrumptious one is right here, can I say, hold on one second, buddy, and then I want to jam the antenna into the joint.
Okay.
And once I know it's in there secure, I want to jump to Scrumptious one.
Okay. Fantastic. You jam it in, and it, and like the cogs can't move now, and it's much slower than that. It's like.
So it's
Don't
not
worry,
stopping
keep
it; it's just slowing it down.
No, it is stopping. So like he moved his right foot, and as he goes to move his left foot, it's like kind of sliding on the ground now.
Nice.
And he looks down, and you see at that point, well, go ahead and you jump on to Scrumptious one, and he catches you on his back. And you ride away. It's a horse. And at that point, Rev, as you're trying to gain on Carver, the plane kind of does a kind of circles around, and you hear the voice say, you hear Carver's voice say, "Killroy, you've stopped. Why? My creation, please continue." And Killroy looks down at his foot and starts trying to step, and it just the ankle just kind of goes like it's it won't move right, and it's kind of dragging, and Carver but as turning around, Carver now sees you in the sky, Rev. And he calls out to you, not in a loud booming voice, obviously he's turned off his microphone or whatever, but you see he barks a few orders, and two of the cloud spinners dive off of the plane, and two stay on the plane to propel it. What's up?
So yes, the cloud spinners are keeping this thing afloat, correct?
They are.
Interesting.
Yes. And so two of them dive off though and start kind of just propelling themselves out towards you, and you realize you're gonna have a problem very soon.
All right.
What do you want to do about it?
How far away am I from being on top of the Carver? For Summer to be able to parachute off?
You're right there. You're very close.
Okay.
You could just that plan seems like it'll still work before the cloud spinners get to you.
Okay. Then I'll say, all right, Summer, Olivia, I think it's time to go, and Herbie and I are going to take care of these cloud spinners.
You can do it, Rev.
I love
And
you,
I-
Olivia.
I love you too, Rev. I believe in you.
I believe in you too, and your abilities.
Me too. Okay, we have to
I
go.
believe in all of us. Okay, here we
We
go.
can do
And
it.
she just like catches the air,
Like
and you get
Elastigirl.
pulled off Summer. Yeah, exactly, like Elastigirl. And you get pulled off Summer, and now you're kind of just floating down towards Carver, and Olivia's kind of trying to like aim, try and like help you land on Carver. However, the Cloud Spinners are trying to get up to Rev, and one of them is going towards Rev. The other one is going to stop near you, and you see it's the crap.
Is it Rose Flo?
Yeah, it's Rose Flo. It's Rose fucking Flo. And she, let's see, hang on. Yeah, she's the pink one. Okay. And she kind of does like a kickflip, and she's like, "Sorry about it," and then she spins and catches the air underneath Olivia, and Olivia gets blown off course from Carver,
Oh damn!
and
Drat.
now you're flying, like kind of floating off to the side. And then she kind of does like another like backflip and then propels herself up higher towards Rev. Lucinda, you are you've made it just across the bridge, and you see just up ahead of you is Killroy. Now that he's stopped, you can see kind of the whole scene going on. And Chuck says, "Holy moly! Okay, we got ourselves a whole situation here, huh? What do we do? What do we do?"
Well, we have some options. I'm open to other ideas, but I was thinking that we could go try to work together with this toothpick and similar items to disable his joints.
Uh-huh.
Or we could
yeah.
attempt to take down the fly boy. Or we could wait over here and hope everything just goes okay.
I mean, I'm partially I'm all for option 3. And then Phil slaps Chuck and says, "Damn it, man! Don't be a coward."
That
And then
was a
he turns-
test, Jack, and
and
you
then he-
failed it.
Nah. And Phil says, "Boss, I'm down for whatever you want to do. I will say, getting up into the sky sounds like a really hard task, so
Sounds
maybe
like a-
just go with plan A."
Yeah, let's go with plan A. Everybody get anything they can. I think that glass or metal is going to be our best option.
Cool. All right, and then he climbs up onto the back, like the car, and calls back to all the socks and softies, and he says, "All right, everybody, let's find all the sharp objects we can find."
And then meet all together before we do that, so I can make an empowering speech that's like a la Braveheart.
Okay, and then meet so that Lucinda can make a powering, what was it?
Empowering speech
An empowering speech,
a la Braveheart.
a la Braveheart. And everyone's like, "Ooh,
A la Courage Lung, because Braveheart is copyright.
courage long."
Courage, blood pumping organ.
Courage Aorta.
Fantastic. Okay, so you keep driving. Next turn, you will be there and able to enact your plan. So you are on Scrumptious One, and you see up ahead, Killroy. Like again, Killroy's can't move right now, but you see that up ahead there is you recognize the path, I suppose. This street, like a street up ahead, if he just takes like a partial like left, I suppose, and then goes straight from there, is you and I and Av.
Okay.
Like you can almost see the tree leaves up through the buildings up ahead.
So this thing is like 20 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, is there like a building or something that I could see to where I could Scrumptious One and I could like run up into it. My idea is, since his foot is broken, that if I'm able to hit him hard enough, like straight in the middle of the chest or the back, that he might topple over because his foot isn't stable. So I'm trying to find a place that I could leap from.
I love it. Roll me a think it through. This is plus strong arm.
plus so many windows. 8.
8. Okay. So if that's your plan, I'm gonna tell you one false thing in it. That plan would work, but there are no buildings with a roof at the right height for you to leap off of. You would have to go higher and just hope that your jump is aimed better.
What about a window?
You could, yeah, there are windows at the right height. Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to take Scrumptious one.
They're most of them are broken, but not all of them, windows wise.
Okay. I'll take Scrumptious one, and we'll run forward and try to get like as far ahead in between Killroy and you and I and Av.
Okay.
Like, so I'm just kind of like, yep, like unleash the reins or whatever. Like run faster.
Yeah. Unleash the reins.
I don't know what a nice. I don't know what a cool way to say that would be. Open up.
No, that was the coolest one I've heard.
Open up the paws.
Never mind. That's the coolest one I've heard.
Is it?
So you
keep doing it.
You just launch forward. You are running up ahead. While that's happening, Carver in the sky calls down a command and says, "Keep moving, Killroy." And Killroy looks at its foot and just starts to move and like kind of drag the foot along, like limping a little bit, and continues to walk slower toward that intersection where it will turn and then go towards you and I, Nav, presumably. Rev. Let's start with Rev. Rev, you are up in the sky. You have 2 cloud spinners coming at you, and Herbie says, "Hey, Rev, you might want to make some evasive maneuvers. I don't know."
I'm going to do a barrel roll.
Fantastic. With the intent of escaping them, confusing them.
I think I just
fierce.
kind of want to do a barrel roll. Because
Do you
the
want to look
rabbit
fierce
told me to.
and back down the bullies, or?
Yeah. Yep.
Back down the bullies.
Wait,
That's that's what looking fierce does.
Oh,
Stand up to a bully.
Rev's just pulling a slippy toad. No, a barrel roll.
The barrel roll. That's good.
Shout out to Star Fox.
How is there not
Star Fox 64? I played that so many times.
So good.
And
No, a barrel roll.
the newer one is okay, but I don't like that you just walk around sometimes. I just want to fly around and shoot things.
I also don't like how the graphics.
See, I'm the
look
opposite.
Like real
I want
things.
Yeah.
I want a Star Fox game that is basically Mass Effect. That's what I want.
Cool. Well, I'll call
Sorry,
John
continue,
Nintendo.
apparently.
I'll call Johnny Nintendo
Thanks.
and we'll get on.
Good old Johnny Nintendo, based
Johnny
out of
Nintendo.
Japan.
I have him on speed dial. Okay. Look fierce.
Is look fierce
arm.
strong arm? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 7.
Okay, they back down, but they're still wary of you. Nice.
Good.
So you do this sick barrel roll, and Herbie's like, holding on. Oh! And you kind of like, right as the cloud spinner's about to get up to you, you kind of, and they get underneath them, and now they're above you. But now, and then you kind of like zoom out of the way, and they're just kind of left in your dust. And they're like, wiggity wiggity, what? And they kind of give you some distance because they're not sure about you anymore. They thought they had you pegged. Speaking of Peg, where is Peg?
Is she still in my backpack?
She's with us. Yes.
Yeah, you put her in your backpack.
Still
That's
with
right.
me.
So in that moment,
I love that I mentioned
that
bed,
moment,
but not even
you are
head.
you are floating down, and you feel like the zipper of your backpack open, and Peg comes out, and she's like, oh my gosh, Summer,
Hey,
are we okay?
Yeah, here, it's okay. 1 second. Hey, you, Rose Flo, you get back here. I have something to say to you. I want to make a bargain with you.
I want to use one of my moves.
I want to use a move.
Okay. Fantastic. Make a bargain. I like it. So
Trade
Roseflow,
peg or something.
like hears you calling and flies over towards you.
So, one, I didn't appreciate what you just did. But two, I understand because you work for Carver right now. My proposition is you don't have to work for him anymore because we're about to topple everything. So, Peg, if you would you find those boots in there? I think that I
Yep.
might have something that would be of interest to you, and if you can help me get to Carver, I will give you these very nice dancing go-go boots, and you can have a better life.
Fantastic. Make a bargain. Roll plus scrounge.
Come on, dude.
Boots plus scrounge. That's your specialty.
Whoa!
13.
Looks like
A
it
what?
worked.
13.
A 13.
6 plus
Okay,
5 plus 2.
So they give you what you want. Oh, that's a bargain. Never mind. We're just gonna act this one out. So Roseflow is like, go-go boots? Hells yes. Give me them. Let's go. What do you want from me? In fact, hang on. And she calls over to the other cloud spinner who's bothering Rev. And she says, Misty Sapphire.
Yes, I love that name.
Misty Sapphire. And then the blue one looks over, and she's like, "Go boots." And Misty's like, "Done. Let's go. Let's do it. Switching sides."
We really have a
So-
lot more fun. We have dance parties in our team, so.
Yeah, I
You'll
can't.
enjoy it.
I gotta say, I just think. I mean, like, I was impressed with the fact that you got out of that building after we trapped you in there. That was
Yeah.
very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah. You have some real moxie, kid. And
Rose, you
and so,
are really good at flying.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, it's what I do.
So do you think you
so-
could maybe, spin us over towards Carver? Because we're gonna take this down from the top.
Definitely. My other teammates are still up there. Let me see if I can maybe talk them.
Well, we're
into-
kind of falling as we're having this conversation because I made a
Right,
parachute.
right.
So I was just hoping you could
You can't
us
fly.
back up before you go to your teammates.
Yep.
Just a little.
Yep. Sure thing. And you
Woo!
fly.
Hold on,
Olivia's
Peg.
like, whoa. I love Olivia.
Thanks, Rose.
And Peg's like, wow. Okay, I'm just gonna hang out right here. And she tucks up everything but her head into the backpack.
Is it just
And she just
and is
holds on.
Bev also? Are they peeking out together?
Yeah. Bev's on the other side. And on the screen, it's just it's like a little digital Bev, and she's flying through the air.
Aww,
um,
I love Bev.
and let's see.
Egg pets are great.
Who was lost in that. So that's that. Lucinda, you make it up to this limping Killroy, and the train. You want to keep the train going? Do you want to stop it and everybody get off? What's your
Let's
plan
keep
here?
it going until we're close, because everybody's
Yeah.
little. We're widow.
Sure. I mean,
We're
and
just
so
little peeper.
you pull up like right behind it, and Maddie says, "Do you want me to stop?"
Okay. Please stop.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, guys.
And I'm gonna get up top.
Steam rises.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
From
And
behind.
it looks really cool.
Mhm.
And then there's
Yeah.
Oompa music. Oompa
And
pa.
you hear a.
Yeah.
That's my text tone.
Yes. And so
And then Hagrid's also there, and Hagrid welcomes you off the platform.
You have
Please
okay,
continue.
Justin. Who in this world is Hagrid? What kind of toy are they?
Yeah.
Oh
A
shit. Got him.
bear. Got him. Hang on. Hagrid is I got this.
One of those wrestling toys from the
believe in
80s
you.
that was like unbelievably huge. With
yeah,
a huge
Ryan's
top.
got this. Hagrid is an old wrestling toy with like spandex in all the wrong places and just large muscles and a big beard. And there's like little
Is there a
marker
bulge?
marks on him.
Is
There is
Justin.
a bulge.
Is there a bulge?
Yeah.
Is it prominent or?
Is
Yeah,
it
it's a big
meaty? Is
bulge.
it like? Okay. Does it seem like streamlined or is it chunky?
No, it's streamlined. It's still child appropriate.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let those kids
Just
know
a
right
hint.
now that your genitals are scary. All right. So I think yeah, I'm gonna get up top and I'm going to say,
All right, guys, here's the plan. I've been doing some research, and have you ever seen bees? Or
And
ants?
a couple of people are like, yeah, sure, yeah,
yeah, I've seen
yeah.
I've seen bees.
One person yells from the
There's
back.
a hippo in the back and he's like,
The hippo's still there.
Bees. Yeah.
And there's a little rat toy that's like, I've never seen a bee. Explain.
Explain.
Well, here's how it works. There's a whole lot of them, and they go, and then, even though something is really, really big, it's now covered in the little things. Because when there's a bunch of little things and only one big thing, the little things can win as long as they work together. So, the goal is this. We go, la, 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 and then we take any sharp object we have and poke it with it. We're trying to disable Killroy so it, who is not alive or can't think for itself, is destroyed. Let's go!
And everyone's just listening silently, and then you say, "Let's go." And they go, "Yeah!" And all the socks rush off the train and start swarming
So
Killroy around his feet. And they're all like,
It's terrifying.
They sing that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a
In
horror
unison.
movie. That's
Yeah.
awful.
And like some of the toys are busted, so it's like.
Yeah, it's like that.
it's
It's like the Toy Story scene in Sid's like workshop thing.
That's exactly
So
what it
play
is.
Yeah.
They're
nice.
swarming around Sid.
I love it.
Okay, so your speech has riled them up, and they are poking and jabbing and stabbing and all kinds of things. Unfortunately, none of it seems to have much effect on Killroy. He's too armored up.
I guess I was wrong.
Well, no, it's definitely slowing him down, but it's not having as much effect as you're hoping. And in that moment, Killroy, kind of getting frustrated as he can't move, does like a, and he punches the ground.
Electricity.
And all of the softies and socks go, and like kind of blown back a bit. And a few of the socks are kind of steaming. It's very Braveheart. You've led them into battle, and most of them are
Yeah.
dying now.
Great.
Wait, what about static electricity? Don't socks have a thing with static electricity?
Dryer sheets. They all have dryer sheets.
What?
Maybe that's what you need.
What is that?
I think it's
They all have
that
a dryer sheet.
socks hold a lot of static electricity, so
Yeah.
I don't think this would
So-
help.
That could
So
come in
what
handy.
happens?
That could
Maybe
come in
now they're
handy.
holding a lot of static electricity.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
You don't
so
know.
now
You don't
that-
know. It's just the whole scene. Well, hang on. So the whole scene is just kind of like everyone's kind of down and whatnot. You can act on the plan, but I want to go back to Soso real quick. So you are with Scrumptious One. You found a building. You're just kind of, or are you trying to go up a building, or are you?
Yeah,
just
I was
to
trying.
run
I was trying to get to a place ahead of him where I could jump at him, parachute, and try to get like.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just a little stuffed bear, huh? I would probably need Scrumptious One to like give him a good, nice little kick in the chest.
Sure.
Try to mess him up. I don't know.
So
it
you
depends
rush,
on what I can find for. Because I would like to, if I'm gonna jump off with or without Scrumptious One, I would like to like once I get all set and ready to jump, have a moment with Scrumptious One, regardless
Sure.
of if he's gonna go or not.
You see a window that you think would work. and it's after the intersection and around the corner. So it's like a straight shot to you and Nav. You can see the beautiful tree up ahead in this moment. And Killroy is about to turn that corner as well as he like limps forward. He's currently stopped because he punched and everything. But
Right.
you think, okay, this has to be it. Like when he rounds this corner, I can leap off the thing and try to charge, and knock him down. And as you rush up to go, or as you start going into that entrance, you go up the stairs, and you get. Go ahead and have your moment with Scrumptious One, I suppose.
Okay. Before I do that, do I know if I never mind. Okay. All right, Scrump. So we're gonna be jumping at this gigantic monstrosity in front of us. I am 100% sure that it does not have a mind of its own, so it's okay that we're doing this. But I want you to know that I'm not gonna let you get hurt. I already see that you've been hurt because of my actions and you helping me, and I like touch the little scar on his face, or the cut on his face from the raccoon. But regardless of what happens next, Scrump, I just want you to be happy. All right. So if for some reason I don't come back, then I want you to stay with my friends, and I want you to protect you and I and Av. Okay. Don't be sad. Oh, okay. Thank you for licking me. All right, well, let's go take down a giant robot.
Okay, and you kind of get up to the top to the window area, and you're waiting there for the Killroy to round that corner, and you're just kind of waiting for your shot.
Emma put in the chat, title of your sex tape, thank you for licking me. We just all started laughing, and I was like...
Didn't want to say it out loud, huh,
yeah.
Emma?
I didn't want to ruin the moment.
No, you
no.
just did!
Oh, you enhanced the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, Rev, you are flying around up top. The cloud spinners are no longer on your tail, and it seems like you're kind of free to do what you want. What do you want to do?
So I can tell that the other clouds, Rose has helped Summer and Olivia get altitude again in order to be able to land. Is that correct?
It seems like yes. It seems like they're going to try and help her get to Carver.
Then, if there's no present danger, I kind of want to maintain pace with Carver just to kind of be backup in case anything should go wrong.
Sure. And I will say, from your great height, you can see kind of the layout of the streets and whatnot, and you also see you and Nav up ahead, and you feel a bit of homesickness as you see it. But you also see Scrumptious One and So as they dart into a building up ahead.
I wonder what they're doing. I say to Herbie.
What? What's up? I'm still holding on for dear life.
Sorry,
what?
I'm looking around here. Herbie. How far away are we from Killroy's head?
You are from Killroy's head. I mean, right now you're, I don't know, up in the air, but you could be closer if you wanted to.
I kind of would be interested in dropping Herbie off on Killroy's head, so that he could investigate if there is some way to disturb the mechanics of that.
I just pictured Stellan Skarsgård's character in the Avengers movie, where he's just sitting on top of the tower during the whole battle, just trying to figure out the way to to shut it all down. That's Herbie in this moment.
Yeah, that's Herbie.
Yeah. Yes. Herbie says, I can do that.
Okay.
Drop me off.
So I want to. Here's what I want to do. I want to lower myself down closer to the head, drop Herbie off, and then detach my booster to rocket back up closer to Carver and be able to maintain that altitude.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So you drop down. And at this point, the blast is just taken off. So Killroy's coming back up, and as his head kind of gets to that height, you drop just low enough, and Herbie hops out and says, "Good luck!"
See what you can
And
do.
then- and hops down, and you see him land on the shoulder of Killroy. And you are now lower. As you're lower now, Killroy starts to move more. And all the socks and everybody are kind of like out of commission at the moment, just kind of shocked and whatnot. And Killroy rounds that corner and starts he's passing through the intersection basically, and will in just a moment turn towards that straight where Soso's waiting and whatnot. And so yeah, you're gonna rocket yourself back up to Carver. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I want to do the whole. I want to use my detach move to get speed back up again, so that I can rocket back up to that altitude.
Okay. Well, before you do that, so Summer, Rose, Flo has come back down to you, and says, "Okay. Good news, bad news. So good news is, I can still help you. Bad news is the other two really aren't on board because I didn't have
that's
Go
okay.
Boost to like give them or anything. So
Oh, I totally get it. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's fine. But yeah, if you could just help us get there, and then maybe hang around so that if something like if we fall, maybe you could or if somebody gets hurt, like you could just
Sure.
as backup, that would be good.
Sure thing. Hey, I mean, you gave me go-go boots. I'm here for you.
They're really good boots.
right.
They look so good on
Misty-
you.
Misty, and then she like whistles, and Misty comes over, and they're like all together, and just propels you, and Olivia, all the way up towards Carver, who's kind of circling around. And yeah, I mean, you're up there. You're right next to Carver. Olivia says, Summer, what do we do? How do we get down?
We gotta land on the plane. We're gonna land on his ship.
This seems like a bad idea. And why don't you roll me an act under pressure? I'll give you +1 because Olivia's helping you.
I need to run to the bathroom really fast. I'll be right back.
Bye, Ryan.
Go for
If
it.
you must.
I'm gonna check my stats real quick. So act under pressure is scuffle, which I have 0, but I add the
stats.
1. Wait,
Ooh.
I did it wrong. Let me do it again. I didn't add the right spaces in my thing, because I.
Okay,
Yep.
I believe you. I'm
Damn
blind
it! I
here.
did it
don't-
wrong again. I
Are
forgot
you
how
doing
to
it
play
wrong,
the
or are you just
game.
failing? I'm
No,
confused.
It
7.
really
It's
is
a
wrong.
7. It's a 7. It's a 7.
Okay. So what happens is it works, but everything doesn't go according to plan. So what happens, Summer, is you actually you and Olivia kind of catch yourselves, and you actually do land on the plane, kind of like one of those crazy like dancer ladies from like back when they used to like dance on planes and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Like air shows?
Air
That's a
shows.
thing?
That's the one.
No, air shows
You guys
are
remember?
when planes dance.
But
No. I'm talking about like old school.
those
like-
old-fashioned planes with like the two with the
They used to-
scaffolding in between the wings.
People used to dance on them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
sky.
And that's exactly the kind of plane that this toy plane is. by
Oh
the
my
way.
god,
It's
you're
the
right.
sentient.
Wing walkers dance on
Yeah.
flying
Yeah.
planes.
Yeah.
Putting
So
them
that's
in
what
the-
you're doing right now, because as you land, one of the one of the other cloud spinners like kicks up and whiffs Olivia off of you, and she gets pulled off, and she's kind of floating, parachuting herself safely away. And I want to say, for the sake of it, your backpack kind of gets pulled off as well. So you are on Carver's plane, but it's just you, no parachute, no friends, just you.
That's a lot
backpack.
for 7 things.
No backpack. I mean, it's the
guess
finale.
All I
Look,
have is my
guys,
smile to
suits.
get me through. No.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, Carver, we need to talk.
Looks up with his little marionette mouth like this.
Yeah.
You know this one. And Summer, was it? Did you tell me your real name when you bought Peg?
I
Or
think I
not.
told you a fake name, but yes, my name is Summer. I want to jump
Yes.
down.
I picked it up through my wide vast network.
Through context.
I want to drop down onto his level.
Okay, you do, and you're kind of like it's not a very big like cockpit or whatever you call it. So he's just kind of flying this plane, and you're kind of standing over him as he's like looking up at you.
Do I see the control for Killroy? Like, is there any kind of like device that it looks like he's using?
You see one down like under like kind of underneath his feet, kind of it's on the like ground, like he like reaches down and moves it and whatnot. In fact, you know what? You realize that he's not piloting this plane at all. That's what the cloud spinners are doing. He's actually working the controls for Killroy
Okay.
beneath him. And but he looks up at you and he says, before you have a chance to speak, he looks up at you and he says, take care of her. And one of the cloud spinners, like you start to kind of descend because both cloud spinners stop propelling and are going to start like attacking you.
Wait, I wanted
do
us
you
to
do?
have a dramatic confrontation before we started fighting.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought you'd want to
Keep
give your
propelling.
villain speech or whatever.
He says, touche.
What a villain
I
thing to
respect
say.
that. And he says, you can't stop me, Summer. We're already at the destination.
Classic.
But why? Why are you doing this, Carver? Wasn't it enough that you had a whole empire that you were in charge of with a bunch of toys that you had enslaved and stolen and
Oh.
destroyed?
You don't know what it's like, Summer. What it was like to be awake. The only one of my kind, the only toy awake among these giants, among the humans. They treated us like playthings, like trash at times. If we got dirty, they just threw us away. They passed us on like we were collectibles, as opposed to real life people. I was awake, Summer. I was awake for all of that. And when they all died, when they died through their own hubris, I just watched it all. And I was inspired. I thought I could make the world again, but this time toys are on top. And these humans, they would be our playthings.
Like-
That's my big dramatic speech, Summer.
Well, thank you. Number one, thank you for sharing that with me. It was really brave of you to
Welcome.
be vulnerable and
I
open
was
up
just
like
compelled.
that.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense contextually why I told you everything about my life, but I needed to.
Meta villains always want to tell their plan. Like
That's
that's
true.
a trope.
That's
That is
their
like
driving
yeah.
force. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Summer says,
You're not wrong.
if Lucinda were here, she would say that, you know, you've been through some really traumatic stuff, and it sounds like maybe you're recreating that trauma, and continuing the cycle on other toys. And you know, your trauma is valid, but that still doesn't justify hurting other people. And wouldn't you want to build a better world where toys never had to feel the way that you felt? And I want to roll something. I don't know what this is.
Roll therapy.
Roll therapy. Is it make a bargain? No, maybe not. It's like appealing to his emotional.
Yeah, I guess
What
it's
is
make
it?
friends. You're not technically allowed to make friends with enemies.
Well, and I'm not even necessarily trying to be his friend. I'm just trying to like reason with him.
Sure. Roll me a plus smile. Just a plus smile in general.
Okay. And we all know that that's going to turn out great.
That's
7.
in general chat.
7.
Well, it was still a
7.
7. I promise.
Yay.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe that's why things weren't working earlier. Okay.
So it's with a 7. Carver looks up to you and says, "You make decent points, Summer. But the thing is, I'm too far. It's too late. This is all I have."
But you could have friends.
"I don't want friends." And then he gives the whistle, and the 2 cloud spinners flip the plane over.
Try to
Do
hold
a
on.
barrel roll. So make an act under pressure to see if you can hold on.
Okay. Mother of. Am I doing it in the right chat?
Put this.
Uh-huh.
Put a. Yeah.
There.
There.
There we go.
Okay. 8.
You say. Okay, well, you successfully hang on. But in doing so, I think you take damage? I think that's the only way to... What's a good consequence here?
Maybe I'm like in a precarious position, even though I held on.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna
her
say...
backpack falls. Okay, next scene.
I'm gonna say damage 1 part. As you hang on, something gets twisted around the wrong way, and you have to hold on, but you kind of like break apart or damage apart. And now you are kind of like, as the plane rights itself, you're kind of like locked down a little bit, trapped there. As the 2 cloud spinners stand above you and keep propelling, but look at you, and Jade, the green one, he says, "Don't try anything." And the plane keeps kind of going forward, and you're stuck for a moment, basically.
Okay.
Lucinda, you and the other toys on the ground are just got shocked, and when you kind of like come to and kind of like right yourself, Killroy is rounding the corner up ahead, and going out of sight. And Phil says, "Oh, boss, are you okay?"
I'm fine. This is awful.
And I run back to the train. And I say,
Okay.
Tommy, I want you to understand before you say yes to this. But first we have to start driving.
Okay. And are you gonna leave the socks and everything? Okay. So Tommy starts up, and you start kind of steering and whatnot.
Tommy, I have a proposal, but it could hurt both of us. I would like to drive this train into Killroy.
Okay.
No, Listen, I want you to be fully informed before you give your consent. We could be completely smashed and not be alive anymore. Not be awake.
Lucinda.
Yes.
I am okay with this.
Okay.
My life has been lived on this train, doing bad things that you taught me were bad. I accept whatever outcome you deem.
I hope that we make it through this so you can do some more good. I love you, Tommy.
Okay. I love you, Lucinda. And then
Lucinda
all
cries a single
4
tear.
of the buttons glow red.
Yay.
How is
But
that
it just-
possible, Justin?
Shh.
Hey, last time we put in a numbered code to start him up. I don't know how it's possible.
Yeah, they're LEDs for sure. You can change.
Oh,
the
okay,
colors of
okay.
those. All right.
Yeah, we don't know when the world ended.
Yeah,
we don't know what these
true.
toys
Yeah.
are actually
Kids
like.
these
Yeah,
days, man.
yeah.
The toys that kids have now are ridiculous.
Tommy tells a kid it has different colored lights. It's different.
Nice.
And
That's
numbers
trickier.
on it.
That's even trickier.
It just hits.
So
different,
Lucinda,
know?
you charge up. You start ramming or getting ready to ram the train. You have to go around the corner and then turn again. So you're gonna lose a little bit of speed as you go, but you're gonna have to. Yeah, you'll figure that out.
Wait, do I know where we are?
Yes.
Do I know we're close to UNINF?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I thought so, and that's why I wanted to do this. But I want to ram
Mhm.
into him going the opposite way.
Okay, so you're gonna pass him and come back.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so then yeah, so you go like full speed ahead. Roll me another act under pressure, and let's see how well your driving is this time.
And that is that a scuffle again?
It is.
Shit. But do we have a tie now?
Yeah, but that's not how that works.
Actually,
Actually, I'll give you a +1. I'll give you a +1 because Tommy's helping you.
Okay. That's an 8.
An 8. Cool.
Not a failure.
So you lose some traction going around the curve, but you start to like really charge up going straight towards UNINF, and you pass by Killroy completely. I'll come back to you. Let's see. So you're still waiting. You see Lucinda on the train barrel past you on the street below. Do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I basically need to decide where I am jumping on Killroy. Does it seem like his neck is vulnerable, or like if I were to get on his shoulders that I could maybe deactivate the brain part, or is it pretty much that like we just have to knock him over? Because I see the train and Lucinda, and I'm assuming that Sosa might have an idea that they might be thinking the same thing, because it's only Lucinda on that train, right?
Yeah, well, as far as you don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know her plan, but it seems like she has something working, so I might, because as I'm thinking about this as Soso, I'm like seeing how much I weigh, and then I want to try to like hit a window or something next to me to see like how much force I can give a window by hitting it, because Soso's never really hit something before. He's not like a fighter, so he's trying to see if like would it even do, would I just like poof and then fall down when I just like
roll plus fight, or no, roll plus think it through. Roll
plus
think
fight
through. Plus think it through.
Which is
Strong arm.
7.
Okay. You definitely realize after punching a wall a little bit, you need to be holding on to something heavier if you're gonna affect it at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything? So I'm in a building, right? Like at a window.
Mhm.
Is there anything
Yes.
that's like the same size as that antenna that's like metal, like debris or something that I could find?
Roll find something.
It also doesn't really make sense that my scrounge is 0. But 11.
Oh, boom!
11. Great. And for the sake of time, we'll skip past the pedantics there. You find what do you find, Ryan?
Let's have it be, what kind of building is it?
It's it's an apartment building.
Okay. Then I find a I don't know. I'll just say that it's a very sturdy metal straw.
Okay.
Or actually no, it's gonna be a piece of like copper tubing that would be for like that would run from your water supply to your refrigerator.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you have a sturdy metal, like
Copper,
pipe,
copper.
essentially.
Because
Copper.
then it's more conductive. That's my idea.
Is copper not metal?
Well, copper is a metal, yeah, but it's
Type of metal.
Yeah.
it a type
You were
of
just getting specific. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
It's a specific metal.
a
Okay.
superconductor.
All right. So you get ready for that. Meanwhile, Rev, you are up in the air. So right when you drop off Herbie, Killroy is turning that final corner, and you look up and you see Summer get barrel rolled and is now stuck up there. And you also see Olivia and the others kind of just floating off to the side.
I kind of would like to maneuver myself to try and pick them up on my way up.
Okay, so you kind of catch them in your bed, and Olivia's like, "Oh, Rev, thank you for catching us. Are you going to do what I think you're going to do?"
What do you think I'm gonna do?
You know.
Do I? Do you?
Do it, Rev. Do it.
I kiss Olivia.
Oh.
Somehow.
Do you
That's
just
not where
open your
I thought that
hood?
was going. Okay. Olivia was ready to help you pop the soda can, and then you kind of like you stop all of a sudden, and she kind of flies forward, and you catch her on your hood, and then her like face is on your face, and she goes, "Mwah."
Yeah, it's really just me kind of going, mwah, 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 just making like kissy sounds.
Sound.
Wait, what sound is Rev making?
You know, like when you kiss someone and you go mwah, mwah, mwah.
Wah, 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 wah.
I feel so bad for Nicole.
I was gonna say Nicole is a very lucky woman.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Good night, darling. Mwah, 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 mwah.
And
That's
Olivia
horrifying.
kisses you, and she looks at you for a moment, and she goes, "Oh," and then she jumps off like kind of splats into the bed, and then she pops the can, and your soda splashes out, and you
So she popped the can, and then the
Oh my
soda
God.
splashed everywhere.
Oh my god, Justin.
That's not what I meant.
That's what you
Yes,
said.
it is.
It's what you
Don't
said,
lie.
though.
It's a metaphor for pleasure
it's
and
a little
love.
bit-
Sure.
It's
Sure.
so cute, but also a little bit sad that did it for her.
Yeah,
Like,
that's straight
Well-
from like an animated Seth Rogen
Never been
movie.
kissed.
We used to live in the sewers, so.
So true.
No, but it was just she felt
Did it
so
for me,
compelled.
too.
She was ready to go. She was excited, and you rocket blast up towards Killroy.
And we just
Or, sorry,
see
towards
heaven
Carver.
for just a little bit.
And that's how love should make you feel. It
You,
should
you
make
blast
you feel
off
that
at
way.
the same time.
Yeah.
And Rev, you didn't expect the blast to have that much of a giddy up and go.
No,
And you actually roll me an act under pressure, because you need to try and secure yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna like blast right through the plane. Unless that's what you wanted to do.
Well, no, because Summer's on it, so I
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Okay.
So that's plus scuffle. So here we go.
Yeah.
And I got an 11.
Woo!
11. Okay, so you gain control right at the right minute, and what do you want to do?
Compose myself.
Okay.
And the plan all along was to be able to get back to that height and just kind of keep an eye on things, but they're upside down at the moment, yes?
No, they flipped back over.
Oh, okay.
Um,
In that case, I just kind of want to hover above and keep pace and just kind of keep an eye on things.
Okay. Summer, you are stuck. Anything?
I don't have my stuff. I don't have my backpack. How am I stuck? Am I hanging? Am I like wedged? Like I'm trying to visualize. Is my magnet attached to something?
You are, yeah, sure. You're kind of just magnetized to the back, and you can't really get up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna like pry my magnet off. Like, oh, this darn thing. And I guess I'm gonna try to go after Carver again since I'm already on the plane. So I think
I will say that the cloud spinners are watching you, for the record. Just so you know, like, if you try to go after Carver, they'll probably try to attack you.
Okay, then I think I might say, hey, I could use a little backup right now if anybody's out there. I don't know what else to do. I need help.
That's
Help!
great. Okay. I'm gonna, just for the sake of this, I think you guys are kind of in the same scene at this point, so I'm just gonna stay there. So Rev, let's go back to you.
Okay.
And you hear that. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, so I say to everybody, hang on. And what I want to do is, if this is the plane, I want to like come in and land kind of on top of it.
Yeah. Fantastic. Like in the movie, never mind. Okay, so you...
As if Air Force One was needing refueling mid-flight.
That's what I was gonna say, Andy.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I was gonna say. Same wavelength.
They're so
Okay.
cute.
All right, so you land like right, like you're kind of hovering perfectly in unison at the same tempo and everything, whatever, as the plane below you. And Olivia says, "What do I do, Rev?"
Latch us on, connect us.
Okay. And she kind of like catches your axle underneath and then wraps around the wings of the
Sorry.
wraps around the wings, so there's like a little triangle of Olivia that's attaching you to the two wings below. And then Peg comes out of the backpack and says, I got this, Rev. And then she's gonna jump off your bed down onto the plane below where Summer is, and she puts her fists up, and then she says, "Leave my friend alone!" And then she's gonna try and fight, essentially. And she's distracting the cloud spinners. So Summer, what do you want to do?
I want to try to climb towards Carver, and I want to try to get the control away from him. And I'm okay with pushing him out the plane if I need to.
Okay, roll me a fight.
How high up in the sky are they? Like how many mambas?
Oh, like 18 mambas. Like they're a
18
mile up.
mambas?
Just kidding.
Are they in outer
Okay.
space?
No, they are they're like 2 mambas up. They're pretty high.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah. They're like at the top of like the skyscrapers, like up there.
It's like 480 feet, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
People who are underwater.
Okay,
I
fine,
rolled
not
a-
2 mambas. I thought a mamba was 120 feet.
It is.
2
Yeah.
mambas.
Yeah, math is hard.
I rolled a
40
6.
range.
So they're like 200 feet up.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, and also I decided the part of me that's broken is my body. Like there's a big old crack running through my
Yes, your
my body.
Oh
My torso. You guys, I don't have that many limbs left to break. I've got
I
this
know,
arm
I
is
know.
new, and this arm, and my hair. Like,
What is this arm? What does your robot arm do again? Does it do anything?
I
made
think
like
it
a
just
Swiss Army
makes
knife
me.
thing.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
It has tools.
It has tools in it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I want to turn my robot arm into like a knife, and I want to try and like fight. I'm gonna go try to fight Carver, but I get a 6. I
Yeah,
rolled a 6.
so here's what happens. So we have this whole scene playing out. Carver pulls out a needle, a long needle, and he pulls out like a rapier style, and then basically you're like fencing with your arm, your robot arm, and his like needle, and you're basically fencing on the like the wind or the wing walkers or whatever you called them on this plane, as Peg is like just karate chopping cloud spinners, and they're like more just trying to keep the plane in the air.
I like
But,
to imagine that the sun is going through Peg, and that's what's actually distracting them, like her little sparkly thing that you did earlier.
Yeah, because like you're up. I'll say, yeah. You know what? You are like 300 something feet in the sky at this point, and you break through the smog, and now you're up in the clouds, and you all see the sun again. And yeah, Peg's translucentness is like it actually makes the cloud spinners this isn't worth it, and then they dive off the plane and fall back through the smog. And now you're holding Rev. You are just holding the weight of this plane, or Olivia is, I suppose, beneath you as Summer and Carver sword fight on top of it. But you did roll a 6, Summer, and you will get stabbed. And you get stabbed as Carver sticks a needle through you.
Right in my speaker.
Ooh.
I have a speaker on my stomach.
Okay.
It's always been there. I promise. It's in the illustration.
You break a part. No, I know. I remember. So you break a part.
Okay. I don't know how this is gonna work.
When you
I guess
fail.
I think he breaks my audio chip and or like my speaker part. I don't know how to do that because I put it in there, but I never really used it. So I don't know. He breaks something inside my stomach. Whatever mechanical things are in there.
Okay. While that's happening, Lucinda, you've made it all the way down to you and Ionav, and you start to turn the train around. And that's when you get a glimpse inside just beyond like the little barricade. And you see Piper is standing there, the Patriot doll. And she says, "Lucinda? Is that you?"
We're trying to stop him!
And right when you say that, Killroy turns the corner up ahead, and you see him like now stomping his way, like, or slowly, but just kind of heading this direction. And Piper's eyes get wide. And you see like the little green guys, like Lieutenant Green and Lime and Pickle and Shamrock, and they all kind of like start popping up and calling out things to like everybody at you and Ionav.
Get everybody out and get everybody safe.
And they all start kind of like running around and doing that as you turn the train around. And now you're headed, like you're a straight shot to Killroy.
I also want to be very clear that as we turn, it's like, and then there's like smoke and a couple sparks.
Yeah.
And I'm like sewn up with my glow in the dark thread. And even though I don't have my bandana on anymore, I look like a total badass.
Fantastic.
And Piper can respond however Piper wants to, but they're seeing the new me.
Yeah, Piper's mouth just goes agape, and a little bit of sweat trickles down her forehead. That's it.
Okay, cool. And then I like spit, and then I go,
I'll see you on the other side, Pipes.
and then go forward.
Okay. You start to launch the train forward. Piper just stands in shock and awe.
Do move though. I recommend moving.
Let's see. You start to charge forward. We'll get back to that in a second. Rev, I'm sorry, not Rev. Soso, you are you are on the building. You see Killroy is like right there in front of you. This is your shot. This is your moment. You also see Herbie the sock is on his neck, like trying to work on some stuff.
Right. So I know about the sneaky speaky and how they worked. Do I see anything like that might be like an antenna or something that is connecting Killroy to something that is controlling him? Because before I aim for like his chest, I want to look for something like that to see if I can target that.
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I was gonna do a thing, and that doesn't really make sense continuity-wise. So, yeah, you do. You see there is some sort of like signal or like a antenna, or I don't know, something like that on the back of Killroy. And yeah, do you want to go ahead and...
Yeah, so what I want to do is, since I know it's on his back, like it's on his backpack, right? Not just like behind him somewhere. Is it like middle of his back?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like between like the shoulder blades, basically.
Okay. So I'm gonna... I say, Scrumptious One, I think I need your help one more time. And I want us to like take a few steps back and him to kind of launch me again, you know, like I've done multiple times now.
Your little fastball special. Okay.
And I'm gonna try to land like near the sock, like on his neck, shoulder area, like trapezoid thing, so then I can like slide down to the antenna. That's my goal.
Okay. So make me an act under pressure with a plus however many ties you have with actually no, that's not how it works. Sorry. It's just the +1. Because he's just helping you, technically speaking. So it's a +1. Act under pressure +1.
Oh, it's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
So Scrumptious and launches you with his butt. And you fly through the air, just a teddy bear flying out of a window. Lucinda, you see this happen from far away. Just and you fly down. It's, you know, you were up above his head. You fly down. Oh yeah, you have your parachute. That's right. So you land on his shoulder. It's slick and very narrow up here, and so you actually start to slide off. And you use that pipe. And I'm gonna say you kind of jam it in, right, like between two of like the armored pieces, and you're stuck on the back, holding on to the moving man, basically.
Okay.
And Herbie looks down from like the a foot above you and says, "Whoa, so are you okay?"
Yeah. Can you help me? Real quick.
Can try.
Wait, hold on.
I don't have much strength.
Wait, hold on. So this copper thing is stuck in his shoulder, right? Can I take... I assume one hand I'm still holding onto the parachute, the other hand I'm holding onto this.
Yeah.
Can I try to wrap the parachute around the copper thing so that I can use it to like swing over to the remote or to the control thing? This sounds so
I hate to say it, but I feel like you have to roll something for this.
Oh,
so
yeah,
roll me
sure.
another act under pressure.
Any pluses?
Not this time. Herbie can't help you. He's,
It's a 6.
Okay. So you leave this copper pipe and you swing and you go up and try to reach up and just fall short. And you just land. It's only 20 feet. You've fallen way higher before, but your plan doesn't work. And you fall towards the sidewalk. Go ahead and damage one part.
Well, it's going to be my bow tie. Because I'm just going to say that I kind of left it hanging off.
Yeah, I think your bow tie rips as you do that, and it rips off the copper piece, and you fly and fall. And you are on the ground now. The copper piece is still sticking out of this blade, out of this shoulder blade. And you turn and look, and you see Lucinda on the train, like, barreling towards you. You also turn, and you can see from your position the intersection where the other side is, and you see all those, like, socks. You see Ryder and Rasputin and all the other toys, and they are about to round that corner and come out the other way. And you see, like, from this side, like, it's about to be a huge collision. What do you do?
Immediately around me, do I see anything that I could jam into his left foot?
The one that you've already hurt?
The one that I haven't hurt. Whichever one I wasn't. Because that seemed to do the most stopping him, and that seems So-So's best option right now.
Do you have any hold left?
I have 2 holds.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend you use a hold, and I'm gonna say why. You, in this moment, you see your friends coming around this corner. You see the train coming this way. You know if that train hits, it's gonna topple him on top of your friends. And it seems like it's too late to stop them either way. And you kind of go back into your mind palace.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And you are playing on the floor with the little girl, and you're playing with these Blocko figures, and you hear a door open, and the girl says, like, "Daddy," and then she runs over, and you see a large human foot, barefoot, and it comes and it steps on one of these Blocko pieces, and the noise and the level of like torture and pain that this human looks like they're in, it's worse than anything you can imagine. And so in this moment, you think the most vulnerable place on this whole person is underneath that right foot. And if you can stick something under there, anything, honestly, the smaller the better, probably, it will probably topple over.
All right.
Or at least hurt it really badly.
Do I see like
so-
a piece of glass or a needle or
Um,
I don't anything pokey?
yeah, I
I'm looking
think
for
you
something pokey
find
and small.
something pokey and small. You find roll find something, I suppose.
I'll think of something pokey and small. 6.
Shit, 6.
Ryan, no.
You
you
can't
just rolling
find
one
anything. Out of everything that you see, there's nothing pokey and small.
I rolled 2d6.
Okay, while this collision is about to happen and Soso's trying to figure it out, up in the sky, you are sword fighting still. Summer, what are you doing? Go ahead and roll me something else. What are you doing? Are you...
Okay, so my goal is not to kill
Carver?
not Carver. I just want to get that control away from him. So my goal is to try to just move him, push him back so that I can get to the control. So I'm
Fantastic.
going to try to do that. So after he gets me in the stomach, she goes, "Oh!" And there's like a weird like whirring sound, and then like a really like messed up voice comes from out of the speaker, and it's like, well, I guess it's not that messed up, but it's starting to die, and you hear Summer's voice be like, "Never give up," and then her audio chip dies.
Holy shit.
Right? It's been there this whole time. I didn't do anything with it.
That's so good.
And
Yeah.
she goes, "Oh, you're right," in her voice. "I shouldn't give up." And she's gonna like try to
Yes.
push Carver back.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but
Roll, push, or pull.
Can I get
We have him
plus
come to you
1 for a
next.
tie to my inner self?
Finale, Justin.
I mean, I would say yes, but I feel like I've been denying everybody else those things, and
No,
I just
that's
want
fair. That's
Like,
fair. Okay, so roll 2d6 plus 0 for scuffle. 7, not a 6. It's a 7.
All right.
The plus one was
Okay.
in you all along.
So you look, and like just looking at your situation, you know you can get to that control, but you also know Carver's gonna take another stab at you if you do, and so you kind of think, like, doesn't matter, I have to save my friends, and you basically like he pulled his needle out and he's going again to like try and like stab you / knock you off, and you go and grab the control as that happens, and he kind of he flipped around him, and so he stabs you in the back as you grab the control, and this one goes straight through you, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think my torso is now broken.
Yeah, and you're cracked, like your whole like body is splintered almost in half.
Yeah.
Justin,
and
can I?
Yes.
I just
you
wanna
grab
interrupt-
the control though.
I want to interrupt because I think maybe something that I would have wanted to do a bit ago might come into play here shortly.
Sure.
But
What's
the
up?
moment that the cloud dance, what are they called?
The cloud spinners. Yeah.
Spinners got off the wings, I felt that then I was in control of steering because I was then attached to it. So I would want to try and get to like land on a roof or something as close as possible so that the threat of falling from a great height was diminished.
Oh, yay.
Cool. So yeah, as soon as the cloud spinners go off, you kind of dive down a little bit more, back down through the clouds, through the smog. I want to retcon one thing too. I know earlier we mentioned that Bev was in the backpack. That's not true. Bev is attached to Rev right now.
Oh, that's
Bev
right.
Bev is a part of this
Giving me the
whole,
power.
Because
giving you power.
They were what helped Brev fly. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you dive back down through the clouds. As that's happening, Summer gets cracked in half. You grab the controls and you kind of just fall onto the plane. And this time, Carver's looking down at you as he's holding on, trying to like stay on the plane. And you have the controls.
Can I press stop? I just want to stop it. I just want to freeze.
Yeah, you push the
Freeze
stop button.
Killroy.
And Killroy has stopped with his foot up, like as if he was going to like take another step, basically. In that moment, So. What?
Yeah.
Me and Andy were just like
Having a moment.
So, what do you do anything else before this collision happens?
Where is Scrumptious One still in that window?
Yep. He's looking down at you.
All right. Well, I want to run over to the right foot of the thing, and
It's kind of stopped.
So, a quick clarification. What is, if I have one stuff, what is that? What is that? Did I have
Stuff
to
is-
predetermine what it was?
No, stuff is
That's the
just
thing.
stuff. It's just stuff. It's just anything random.
Exactly. So I was looking for something that was like a Lego or something that it could step on. So what is my one stuff?
You know, it's funny because this whole game, stuff is never, it's like undefined. But when you take stuff and you define it, it becomes a thing. So technically speaking, you could take your stuff, use it up, and call it a thing. So yeah, I think you reach inside your stuffing and whatnot, and you just find what inside.
I'm gonna say that I find a Blocko piece from like a larger thing. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You did like take apart those cells in the
did.
train.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, one of them
remember
got
that.
caught up inside you. You didn't realize you had it until you kind of like feel it, and then you see it, and now you're holding it.
Yeah, Soso's just so loose. Didn't even realize it went inside him.
This is the dirtiest episode as well.
That wasn't
Yes.
dirty. That wasn't dirty.
The
so
train
it wasn't
is
about
up,
your butthole.
No.
The train is like right there.
Okay. So I want to
The
run.
train is right there. It's coming. It's like about to be there. What do you do?
Right. So I run underneath where his right foot is about to land, and I just hold the Lego, like I lay on my back and I hold it up. Because I don't think I have time to like drop it and then run away.
Okay.
And I've misplaced things before where it doesn't do anything. So it's like, I'm a stuffed bear. I probably won't die from him stepping on me.
All right. So the foot has slowed and is like, and now it's just kind of gravity. As it steps down, like the hydraulics have kind of stopped. The electricity in the eyes has gone out. and like the foot has just kind of landed softly. And in that moment, as like the bit kind of what do you call it? Impacts, I suppose, the foot. The train, Lucinda, you see this happen above, in front of you, and when that block hits, you can see from where you're at, like a crack start to kind of crawl up the leg. And you realize, well, nothing. You just keep barreling through, right? I mean, you could stop ahead. You could stop if you wanted to because you see it, but you don't know what's going to happen either way. You can roll me to think it through if you want to kind of like determine what's to do, or you can just kind of just keep going on your path.
Kelsey?
I'm so sorry.
That was all to you.
I didn't know you were talking to me.
That's okay.
So
It's like, we should
Just
be
the
really
biggest-
thoughtful
The
about this.
biggest moment of the episode. It's no big deal.
No, it's fine. All right. Well, I'm gonna go.
Bye. Great show.
And that's the season finale, folks. See you,
Bye,
see you
guys.
next time.
So he is even less stable now than he was before.
Right, you see kind of a crack splintering up the leg. You're not sure if it's going to stop on its own or what, but you do see the lights go out of the eyes. So I guess my question for you is, are you going to stop the train and try to like skid to a stop, or are you going to just kind of barrel through?
I'm gonna barrel. I'm gonna hit his
Okay.
leg, his one leg, that's down, and
Okay.
knock him over. Is the plan?
Did she
Alright.
did she see Soso run underneath that foot to know that if she's gonna hit that leg, Soso is there as well?
I saw him fly to the
Yes.
sky, but I didn't
Okay.
see anything else. Like, I
Okay.
think that, yeah,
I just wanted to double check.
playing like Lucinda only is aware of the fact that that thing could still fall on you and I and Av.
Cool.
Unaware of the toys behind it and unaware of Soso.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So you, like the foot goes, starts cracking up, and then just smashing through both legs. I mean, the train is pretty big. Smashing through both legs. Just Killroy is like bisected. The whole top part just kind of flips off. Herbie goes flying. And the top part just smashes on top of the train, on top of you. The train goes barreling towards the intersection behind it, and explosion. Just like I guess explosion is the wrong word, but just like it smashes, just crashes into the side of a building, and smoke rises and dust fills the air, and up in the sky, Carver looks down at you, Summer, and knows, as he sees down below, that he has been bested. And
Summer says, life is better when you have friends.
I think that with that we will cut to black. And I wanted to do something here in the end, and I want your guys' help with it. A sort of epilogue, if you will. A sort of where are they now?
Are they dead? Are they alive? We don't know.
Are they dead? Are they alive? That's the question. And the thing is, I don't feel like I don't want the power to decide that for you. I think that's in your hands, and I think since we know that toys don't necessarily really die, I mean their souls at least, it's possible to rebuild them, right? And so I guess I want you to consider where what happened after that. Who wants to start?
I'll start. So, I would say that it opens with Lucinda with a brand new dress on, and a new apron, and wearing sort of like a bandolier with Tommy on her back.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
he has one broken light, and she has a new arm that's like a doll arm with fingers, you know?
Mhm.
And she is sifting through the toys inside of the like Blocko store where all those Blockos were taken, and
Mhm.
and she's pulling them out with the help of some other toys to put them in boxes in the Soul Factory that's there in the mall. And she started a new Soul Factory there, but it's like it looks a little bit more like a war operation, you know, like they're medics in a war, so like they're
Yeah.
getting put onto
And
little stretchers, and we're all working together, and like the hippos there doing it, like we're all a team.
good.
And yeah.
And Phil and Chuck are both there, and they are kind of overseeing a few things as well, with some of the other Blockos who have been reformed. And I think you're in contact with what was their name?
My old boss.
Yep.
Is that who you mean?
Yes.
I don't know. It's up here.
It was coming to it. It was.
Oh, we've been playing this for a while, guys.
Were they a
We
speaking
have
spell?
Ruby
Ruby.
at the talk and tell.
Oh, okay.
And so they they are kind of running the Soul Factory on their own back at UNI Nav while you are doing this mission out missionary work, I suppose, out at the mall. Fantastic. My question for you is Rasputin still hanging out with you? What do you think?
I think that it's more than just an outpost. I think that together, and I don't mean like as leaders, but like with the people that were at the carnival, so the Ducks and Rasputin and everyone.
Yep.
They don't
Quentin
have
Quigley,
a home.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't have a home at all. Mal. So we're starting a new home here. And there's another city sort of built in the image of UNI and Nav that we're starting to build here.
Fantastic. Okay.
So yes, Rasputin is there too.
Okay, so with that established, anybody else have some thoughts?
Yeah, I'd say that now that we kind of know, now that we've gone on this adventure and kind of realized that the world is a lot larger than we had ever known, Rev is still in the delivery business, but instead of delivering goods just within the tiny little town, he and Olivia actually transport toys from one place to another so that we can kind of visit each other and see each other and that sort of thing. And something that he loves to do now with Olivia, something that Rev kind of always wanted to be able to do was be a sculptor. This never came up during the campaign, but it was in my original character description.
I forgot about that.
But he was always kind of concerned that he would never be able to do it because he didn't have hands and arms. So now that he kind of has Olivia in his life, they're able to collaborate. And so he likes to like take people to a place and then like leave and build a little sculpture in that place. So everywhere he travels, there's like little works of art that he and Olivia collaborate together on and build for each other.
That's great. I like to think that Olivia is his model, and she just like forms into different shapes.
This
so
is
that
what it'll look like. Yeah.
Aww.
That's wonderful. What's the name of the business? Think about that, and we'll come back. And
Okay.
also, what's the name of the new settlement, Kelsey? Think about that, and I'll come back to you.
Oh, can I go next?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think so Summer survived thanks to Rev being there, and like Peg and everyone were able to, we all helped each other, and it took a long time, but like Bev survived. We all just had to like heal up, and I think Summer has a new torso now too. What kind of torso should it be, guys?
Maybe something soft.
Yeah, she's got a
Wow.
soft torso now. So she is part softy now. And in my head, I see. So it's there's like a maybe it's in the new settlement, or maybe I think Summer like comes up to Lucinda and she's like, "Hey, Lucinda, are you still coming to the party tonight?"
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it.
Oh, it's great. I'm so excited. It's been so long since we've gotten to spend some time together. Winter is going to be there. I even was able to get a hold of Spring. I can't wait to have our very first slumber party.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
At which point, you see kind of like awkwardly, Autumn kind of comes over to you and she's like, "Oh, hey, Summer. So like I heard around like town that you were having like some sort of like a party or something, and you know, me and the girls were like wondering if maybe I don't know, like Little Debbie was kind of excited about it, and like Jen was thinking like it might be a cool thing to check out.
Do you want to come to the party,
like,
Autumn?
If you wanted us
Hey,
to.
you know, that's fine with me. I just have to check with my partner first to make sure that they're okay with it. Hey, Piper, is it okay if we invite more people to the party tonight? Is it okay if the other Debbie dolls come?
Piper looks up, and they are cooking food. They are getting the party ready.
Eat.
They're getting the party
play
ready.
food.
Yeah. And she says, and she looks at you and she kind of like smirks a little bit and she says, "The more the merrier, I guess, babe."
Okay, thanks. Love you, babe.
And then, yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to do. Okay. Anything else for you, Summer? That's pretty
nope,
good.
I think that's it. And also, of course, Rev and Olivia are invited to this party tonight too.
Yes.
All of our friends are invited.
So, okay.
Well, that's why I was waiting to see what Ryan would say.
Yeah, well, let's see what.
Yeah, maybe Soso's dead.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
So I mean, Soso is very, very damaged at the end of our thing. So I think that he kind of gets himself fixed up, asking Summer to help with that. Gets back with Scrumptious One, and as long as this isn't too far out there, so Soso kind of builds himself a little wagon that Scrumptious One can pull, because he was selling goods and stuff at the Prime store, or what did I call it?
Prime Goods.
Prime Goods, yeah.
Because it was basically an Amazon Prime truck.
Right. So now he goes from, now that these new like settlements are popping up, he goes from settlement to settlement with different things and stuff, and deliveries of like a not toy nature, since Olivia and Rev have that under control. But I think that he is gonna spend most of his time looking for animals. So he goes with Scrumptious One to the dock in the harbor, and he tries to meet up with Barbara and check in on her.
Who immediately eats Scrumptious One.
And through love and compassion. Oh, go ahead.
I think, you make regular trips to Boardberg, where your friends at Boardberg, Winter is now in charge, and although she's coming to the party tonight, Winter and Adam have actually kind of sparked up a little bit of a relationship together. And Polly helps you take care of Barbara, and Barbara actually comes back and now is like kind of friends with the Boardbergians. And
like
brings
the raccoon from the city fight. I want like him and Scrumptious One are friends now. After like I introduce them and like talk to them slowly and like, you know.
Okay, yeah. But Stretch and Flick are they've left Boardberg and have gone off and done their own thing as well, and they bring stories to everybody. The two brothers basically tell stories of their own personal adventures, of the four of you and of your stories, and they kind of go around kind of like a caravan like you are, so but they just tell the daring adventures of the wonderful toys that they've known, essentially, and bring joy to toys everywhere, essentially.
I wanted to pop in with a suggestion from Elisa that Rev and Olivia are consistently having ghost moments.
Like the movie
So
Ghost.
he's like over her
Oh, because they're
shoulder.
sculpting.
Yeah.
Just
Because he
constantly.
can't
Just-
do it.
Olivia's just the clay. It's
Yeah.
so
I kind of
good.
imagine that Rev kind of opens his side doors and like Olivia as the arms kind of comes out the side and then kind of helps make
I
it as
love it.
well.
But then her body is also just the clay, so she's like, also, she's kind of just like touching herself.
It's complicated, but it works for us.
So,
Yeah.
And I also love her commitment to playing the roles so that the pleasure can be there. It's like when somebody has a
Yeah.
kink that can't really be acted out in real life, but their
Yeah.
partner's like, let's do it, you know?
yeah,
It's fantastic.
there's a lot of healthy communication, and we live happily ever after. So
That's pretty much, that's great. So what's the name of your company or your delivery
it's,
service?
it's called We Haul.
Yay.
Good. And then Ryan, what's the name of your caravan?
It's still called Prime, but actually he calls it, let's call it Primal Delivery, because
Primal.
'Cause of
Yeah.
the-
yeah,
Animals.
because I'm looking for animal, and like that's Soso's job. After finding Barbara and how everybody was like afraid of Barbara, but then he became friends, and he's really sympathetic and empathetic towards animals, like with Scrumptious One and even the raccoon. So his like main goal is to go around the world and find these animals that are alone and afraid and scared, and bring them back and have them be part of the Toy Society.
Love it. And Lisa, yeah, what's the name
Yeah,
of the
our new town
settlement?
is called Gal RI, which is similar to you and I and Av. It was the Galleria, and the E and the A like not only burnt out but got like dunk. So it's
Yeah.
the Gal RI.
Gallery. And
That's great.
we, I think that's where we.
What
What's
happened
up?
to Carver though? Whatever happened
Well,
to
that's
him?
the thing is I don't know if I want to answer that.
Did he escape?
I don't think he escapes. I think maybe he is. Yeah, you know what? He escapes. Let's just say that.
Can
Let's
I have
say
an
when
alternate
you
ending?
guys land, you guys land, and when like we have a little moment where everybody's kind of like trying to help their friends and get everything out, and Carver just slipped away, and you guys never saw Carver again, essentially. But the door is left open in case we ever want to rejoin and continue the world of Childish Things. There's something there maybe, but for now we'll just say it's a happily ever after for each of you, and
With a question mark.
Yeah. To
Hey,
be
I'm really glad.
continued?
I'm really glad that we all got to be friends.
Yeah. Where are we right now?
We're at the party.
You're at the party.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
dancing.
Okay.
Party,
Yeah.
party.
I'm really happy that we could all come together for this party today. I know we've all got our own thing going on now, but you guys are my best friends in the world and you're really important to me, and I just want to tell you I love you.
I love you too.
I love you guys too.
I love you too. Do you all want to play a game?
Yes!
Yeah.
And scene.
Yay! I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good. Also, I forgot to mention, but Peg's also there and happy and everything. And
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Just the whole point of the entire adventure.
Everyone is there. Everyone is happy.
Did we miss anyone? I feel like we probably
We missed a lot of people, like
Yeah.
What's
They're
What's
all
Brad up
there.
to? I want to know
Fill it
what
in
Brad's
the wiki.
doing.
I was gonna, yeah, Brad's just chilling.
We're in
He's
belly
just
shirts, looking great.
working out. Yeah, that's fantastic. So if we missed somebody and you're really sad about that, just
Write your own headcanon.
write your own fan fiction
Yeah,
and send
put
it.
it in the chat or comment below. And hit that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
Gently caress.
Push that subscribe button
Push it.
and
Push it good.
push it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you watched all this with us, we love you so much. This started out as just kind of a little experiment, something that we wanted to do because of COVID, because we, we're missing live entertainment and really wanted something to just kind of share with anyone who was also missing live entertainment. And it became kind of a lovely little story that we are happy that you shared with us. I will say it again, and I'll never stop saying it. There is more coming. This is not the end of Ghostlight. We have 2 new shows coming to you around February-ish, and we'll get you like dates and stuff like that on all of our social media. So stay tuned and all that, including another new thing that's just going to be kind of me doing nerdy stuff with guests and that kind of thing. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell, and you'll get notifications from us, and go follow us on all the social media too. Let's see. Emma, is the toy thing done? Did we win? Did anybody win yet?
Well,
is that still
let's
going?
see. So our final round of the toy bracket is today, and
Did
currently
that fucking doodle bear get out?
it is currently Legos versus My Little Pony. And as it stands, Legos has 1, 2, 3,
I mean, come on.
4
I haven't
votes,
voted yet,
and
but I was gonna vote.
Ponies has, actually no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 Legos, 1 for Ponies so far. So currently Legos is in the lead. If you haven't voted yet, head on over to our Facebook group or on Twitter and vote for the final round. What will be the best toy, Blockos or My Little Ponies? It's up to you.
My Little Pony, or I'm sorry, if you looked on Twitter,
I just
there's another
realized
vote
we
for Lego.
never. I'm so sorry, but you guys, now we have to do a sequel series because I never included My Little Ponies in this.
No.
There were
Yeah.
no ponies.
I
I
just
think My
realized.
Little
I
Ponies-
forgot.
But you
I
know why
forgot about
that's
it.
okay, Justin? Because one
What?
of our next campaigns is going to be a My Little Pony D&D campaign.
Boom, 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 boom.
What?
And that's going to be led by the equestrious Emma Carter. So yeah,
And
that
Andy
like
and
illustrious
Kelsey are going to be
and-
in it.
Andy and
And
Kelsey
Andy
will
and
be in
Kelsey
it.
are going to be in it.
We're like
And
the
as-
surest members.
And Rebecca from
Mhm.
Spellbound.
Yay.
Rebecca from Spellbound. Lots of good stuff coming. So this episode's long enough. I'll stop it here and just say that we love you all. Thank you again for your support. Look out for the good stuff in the future and stay safe. Thanks so much for watching. And
This
until
thing-
next time, see ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.